Alright, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chris. This is the first episode of my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. I want to preface this with the fact that this is actually take 4. I have had one technical difficulty after another. I don't know how the real YouTube content creators do this, so shout out to the people who do this for, with all their free time. I am definitely not a professional. I've only played through Gen 4 once, and that was like the year they first came out, so I pretty much know nothing. This is as close to a blind Nuzlocke as you can actually get. I figured, with Gen 4 about to drop in Go, it was probably a good time to refamiliarize myself with the Sinnoh region, and I thought maybe if I shared it with the internet, you guys might get something out of it too. I've never actually done a Let's Play before, so this is a brand new experience for me. I'm a little out of my comfort zone here. So, if you're unfamiliar with the Nuzlocke, the rules are pretty simple. You have to nickname everything you catch. You're only allowed to catch the first thing you encounter in a new area. If you kill it, you don't have any balls, or it's an illegal encounter for some reason, you're SOL. Third and most importantly, any mon that's it's KO'd over the course of the game is treated as dead. Is dead. No revives, no second chances. And now, as an extension of this, if all of my Pokemon are killed and I actually lose a battle, that's game over, even if I still have Pokemon in the PC. Static encounters are legal, things that either are given to me by NPCs or that appear in the overworld, and so are shinies. Legends, however, are illegal encounters for the purposes of this challenge, as are anything that's already in my decks. I'm not allowing HM Slave, so it will be possible to softlock myself. I'd like to hope that won't happen, but what are you going to do? Now that you know the rules, the adventure can begin. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I actually had a great day. I woke up this morning freaked out because I had to be on the bus in like 15 minutes, and because I made it, I ended up hitting my first Deoxys raid in Pokemon Go. I caught a 96% Deoxys, that was pretty cool, and then immediately afterwards I caught a shiny Whalmer, which is something I've been wanting for a while. I don't know what that thing is called, but I know it evolves into Lopunny, and it's either normal or normal fighting. I can't remember which. So in order to make sure that your guys' lives don't get eaten up too much, or for that matter, mine, with each episode, I'm going to set a timer for 35 minutes. And then when the timer ends, and then when the timer hits 0, I am when the timer hits 0, I am just going to stop right there. If I'm in a battle, obviously I'll finish it, but I'll save, and then we'll pick it back up in the next episode. Now, because this is the first episode and there's a bunch to go through, I'm not going to start the timer until the moment I get my starter. At that point, the Nuzlocke begins. Now, if my memory is correct, this guy is crazy. Honestly, he acts like he really needs to lay off the caffeine. So I'm going to name him ADD. Yes, that is my friend's name. Now, come on. Let's hurry. This is, what, the 4th time, I think, I said I've gone through this intro? Yeah, 4th time I've gone through this opening sequence. I am so tired of this. I just absolutely want to move on to the real story. The first time my computer crashed, and I lost my footage. The second time, I didn't realize that in Gen 2, or from Gen 4 onward, just hitting New Game won't allow you to erase the previous save file, and you can only have one, so my second attempt, I couldn't save, and that was that. And then third attempt, I realized that I did not have my microphone on, so thankfully I was only like 5 minutes into that one, but yeah, so this is take 4. This will hopefully be the last time. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Accepted. It was like 2006 or something. It stars Justin Long, Jonah Hill's in it, as is Lewis Black. There's this one character who's like, my name is Abernathy Darwin Dunlap, but everyone calls me ADD on account of the fact that I have ADD, which is attention deficit disorder. Yeah, that's totally what my rival in this game makes me think of. That dude is just way too hyper. I'm telling you, he needs to switch to decaf. So here I am in Twin Leaf Town. I'm gonna try to go. This is not a speed run, but I'm gonna try to move fairly quickly, just because we want to get as much in as possible. But and now the thing is, I've noticed that this guy, in addition to being ridiculously hyper, he seems to bump into you a lot. So I'm gonna try to keep track over the course of this game of the number of times that ADD runs into me. That's one. Okay, come on. I don't know where this dude thinks I'm going to get 10 million bucks in order, or 10 million yen, I guess, in order to pay his random fine. It's not going to happen. But what are you going to do? This dude's crazy. See, now I kind of feel like I'm just rambling. Okay, here we go. So this dude just wants to ignore Pokemon 101 and run through tall grass without catching Pokemon, without his own Pokemon. Now, his plan is just to actually run. Problem is that I found out recently that in reality, if you are using the run mechanic, once you have the running shoes, then you actually increase the odds of an encounter appearing. So in reality, he's kind of shooting himself in the foot. And there's the professor. Okay. And yes, this is the old guy that you wanted to go visit. Water. With all this talking I'm doing, I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of it. Yes, 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 I truly love Pokemon. Now, can I have my starter so I can start the game? Yes, 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 yes. Come on. And it looks like my friend just logged in and noticed that I used my EX pass to invite him, and then logged into his account to catch the Deoxys, to catch him a Deoxys. So I am sure it sounds like he's excited. I would be too. So there's Dawn. One of the things I like about Gen 4, or liked the one time I played it, is that you actually get two rivals. ADD is going to get them on that is strong against my starter, and then Dawn will get the third and final one, the one that's weak to my starter. Okay, so now I'm going to get my starter Pokemon. Okay, so come on, open the briefcase. So the Sinnoh region starters, there's some cool ones actually. You got Turtwig as a grass type, Chimchar as a fire, and then Piplup as a water. Now, the Nuzlocke that I currently have going in my Emerald file, I picked Torchic, so I have a fire type. And the one I did before that, I went with a Bulbasaur and Kanto and Fire Red. So I've had a grass type recently. So I think I'm going to go with Piplup. It's been a while since I've chosen a water starter. And yes, of course, ADD takes the Turtwig as a result, which means that Dawn has the Chimchar. I kind of was tempted to take Chimchar just because there are not a lot of fire types in Sinnoh. I had somebody reminded me of that, and I had to look it up. And yeah, she was not kidding. There are hardly any that appear over the course of the Sinnoh region. And I now have my starter. The battle begins, and that means that the timer begins. And you see, on take one, I actually freaked out because I didn't get a chance to nickname my Piplup, and I thought I had screwed something up already. In reality, you don't get the chance to nickname your starter in this game for some reason until you talk to the professor again when you get to the second town. So, alright, there's the Piplup. And way to go. Okay, and it's a male Piplup. Yeah, on take 3, I actually had a female starter, which I thought was kind of cool because the odds of that happening, something like 10%. Alright, so this dude's going to raise his defense, which means it's just going to take forever. So I actually need to kind of growl to cut his attack, just because this is obviously going to be a long battle, and I don't have any healing items at present. Okay, so his attack is now So his attack is now cut in half, but this dude is now operating at, I think, 2.5 times defense, so this is going to take... Yeah, see, that pound does hardly anything. Oh, yeah, see, it's a good thing that I growled, because otherwise I would have taken 4 damage that right there. And he's back to increasing his defensive power. This thing needs to calm down. Wow, that did nothing. Oh my god, I might actually lose in the rival battle. That would be the most embarrassing thing ever. Honestly, I would have to upload this footage just to... I would have to upload this footage just for posterity, but no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to kill this thing. I hope. Jeez, this thing's defenses are sky high. You see, this is always the part that starts off the slowest, the very beginning, because, you know, you have to go through all the tutorial stuff, you have to go through whatever storyline requirements there are, and then, you know, I can't really truly begin the Nuzlocke until I can catch Pokemon, so I gotta be careful to make sure that I don't, I try to minimize my encounters before I have Pokeballs, because otherwise, yeah. Okay, so come on, Turtwig. You need to die already. Oh, jeez, my Piplup is getting low on HP. Okay, one more hit, and if this thing gets a crit, though, I lose. No, okay, I'm good. Thank God, okay. Yeah, that was like as close as I ever want to cut it. You will find out very early on that healing items in Pokemon Centers are definitely going to be your friend in a Nuzlocke. Like, if you're concerned that you might lose, it's often better to, you know, give it the benefit of the doubt and not use the healing item or go back to the Pokemon Center and heal before continuing, because literally anything can happen in a Nuzlocke, and you can lose your best Pokemon in a heartbeat just due to a bad roll of the dice. Okay, cool. And I got the running shoes, which will speed things up considerably. Okay, come on, let's go. Yes, I know how to use the running shoes, Mom. Thank you, I appreciate it, but let's go. Do I have to talk to my rival again? I can't remember. No, I don't think I do. I think he's, like, already there in Sanjum Town. Oh, no, here he is. Okay, ADD, I'm really getting sick of this guy. Like, so his plan is to go catch a legendary Pokemon right now. Does he realize that A, he has a level 5, so we wouldn't have a chance, and B, I don't know about him, but I have no Pokeballs. Like, this is not a good plan. Oh, this guy. I don't remember what his name is. Cyrus, okay. But he's the leader of the Sinnoh Team Rocket. Team Galaxy? Something like that. And if memory serves, he's kind of a dick. So, yeah, we'll definitely be glad to be, you know, good little player character heroes and interfere with whatever his plans are. And does he really think that this dude is just going to encounter a legendary Pokemon just like that? I mean, I guess it could happen, but... I mean, I've seen some crazy randomized Nuzlocks on the internet where someone ends up, like, picking up a Mew early on. I'm looking at you, Vinny. And then just proceeds to sweep through the rest of the game. By the way, if you guys are interested in this type of thing, I definitely recommend some of the other Let's Players. This is my first one, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm trying to move as slowly as possible to sneak through these grassy patches to get to the next town without an encounter, so I can get Amon in this route. But we'll see. But yeah, no. If you guys, nope. There we go. And it's Starly. This is basically Sinnoh's Pidgey, except it's actually not terrible. Staraptor is a solid Pokemon, but What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you guys find this type of thing interesting, like I definitely recommend some people like Dobbs Gaming and Original 151 are both really great players. Their versus series. Imagine doing what I'm doing right now, where you have. Oh wait, I missed the potion. Where you have somebody commentating on a Nuzlocke they're doing, except instead having two screens side by side, and both people commentating, and then it's basically in addition to the standard Nuzlocke rules competing against the game, they are also racing to the finish line to see who gets there first. Some of their randomized Nuzlocks are really crazy. Basically, you run the ROM through a program, and it changes every value of a mon, item, trainers mon, starters, that kind of thing, into a different item, mon, etc. And that's twice this dude has run into me. I'm getting really tired of him. So, yeah, you actually end up people end up with some crazy stuff. Yeah, so no, if you're interested in this types of thing, there are definitely some cool people out there I would recommend. Uh, all right, so now I believe I get the chance to nickname my Piplup. Now, since this whole thing was intended as Go research, I think I'm going to go ahead and nickname all of my Mons again after various Go players I know. So, the starter Pokemon, you get to be Almighty God. The dude in question is actually Almighty God 707, but that's not going to fit. So we're going to go with just Almighty God, and yeah, you know who you are. Watching God start and God the starter just gets wiped out in the very first episode. That would be so sad. Now, if I remember correctly, Piplup eventually evolves into a water steel type. So, if it survives that long, that's power. So, okay. And now here's the part where I get my decks, and then I guess I can buy balls. But do I buy balls in this game, or does somebody give me balls? I can't remember. Um, okay, so it's somewhat different in every gen. Okay, so now can we? Okay, I guess they're not giving me Pokeballs. So yes, my grand adventure begins right now, and Dawn, yeah, I actually like Dawn. Unlike ADD, she's not an idiot. She's the professor's assistant, and if memory serves, she's actually pretty tough. Uh, okay, so now I have. Okay, so now I can buy Pokeballs. Oh, and a TM27. That's actually really good. Basically, it's a normal type move that does more damage depending on how much the Mon likes me. So that's a great TM. And it's a normal type move, so certain things, they can get stab off of it, and the same type attack bonus if you don't know. And of course, yet another tutorial. Jesus, the clock has been running for almost 10 minutes now, and I feel like half the time I've spent going through tutorials. And, okay, come on. Oh yes, and of course I have to go back to heal my mom, to talk to my mom. I always forget about that. Because I think Dawn won't let me go by until, I think Dawn won't let me go past her to the next town until I talk to the mother first. So, yeah, I'm going to buy some balls, because go with 8 for now. And like I said, healing items are absolutely your friend. So, take some potions. And in a Nuzlocke, statuses can just statusy? How would you statuses, I guess? They can just utterly wreck your game. So I'm going to spend the rest of my money to buy some antidotes and a couple of paralyzed heals because, yes, I hope I have enough balls, but I'm really afraid of Piplup getting killed early or anything I catch. So let's see. I think I can get 2 encounters before I have to move to go to the town with the first gym, or is it 3? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to spend so much time grinding. So I missed my encounter for this area because I was unlucky enough to not. This is take 4, by the way, like I said, and I have never once managed to sneak through all that grass. I know it is possible, but I have never once been that lucky. It's all good, though. I'll just kill these things, level up Almighty God a bit, because as a level 6, he's at constant risk of dying. And we got a crit. Cool. Oh, sweet. And Almighty God levels up. Does he get a water type attack here? I think he does. Oh, no, I guess it's level 8. I think he gets Bubble at level 8. Okay, sorry about that, guys. If anybody's wondering what happened, I had a minor technical difficulty, but I think I was actually able to fix this one without losing all my footage this time. I'm at the same point as I was before. The only difference is I've moved forward. I clicked into the battle menu. I stopped the timer as soon as I realized there was a problem. So I'm at 23:15 remaining right now. Beginning, and here we go. Sorry about that, people. Yeah, this is way harder than I ever imagined it would be. I'm telling you, I don't know. Shout out to all the real YouTube content creators who do this type of stuff every day. I don't know how they do it. I have been stymied at every turn. So yeah, definitely. And now I guess I have to go talk to Mom. Okay. And I don't remember what she heals me, and then something else happens. Alright, so yes, I'm going on an adventure, and, okay, I get the journal. That's actually not helpful, but whatever. Maybe I can use it, maybe I can use the journal to set up a last time on Dragon Ball Z, or I guess in this case it would be on Nuzlocke Z. Okay, come on. You know, I'm totally feeling it. I'm gonna get a shiny this series, like this Nuzlocke. I don't know how. I don't know what the shiny is gonna be, but I'm gonna end up with a free encounter because it's gonna be. I'm gonna hit a shiny. Watch, and it just turns out to be like the most useless shiny, like a shiny Bidoof or something. You know what? I would take it. Alright, so apparently ADD forgot to go home to Mom, and so I have to track that dude down and give him a package. Wow. I wonder what's in the parcel, excuse me. So I didn't get an encounter at the Verity Lakefront, so I guess I'm going to start here. Or at Lake Verity, rather. What do we got? Okay, here we go. Nuzlocke time. First encounter. And it's a Bidoof. Really? It's a Bidoof. Of course it is. Like I said earlier, Bidoofs are basically the Sinnoh version of Rattata. Now, the cool thing about them is, I think when they evolve, they turn into a normal water type. So, plus, I mean, Bidoof makes a solid HM slave. So if I can keep the Bidoof alive, I am highly unlikely to softlock myself. Alright, so, Bidoof. Now it's time for you to join the team. Come on in. And Pokeball throws, wiggle once, twice, 3 times. Alright, and I got the Bidoof. So, like I said, I'm going to be naming everyone. Yeah, I'm going to try to name all of my Nuzlocke people in this particular, or I'm going to try to name all of my mons in this particular Nuzlocke after various Go players. Who do I want to name? Actually, I kind of feel sorry for whoever ends up getting the Bidoof, just because who wants a Bidoof? Alright, we are going to go with, you're a female, so we are going to go with, how does she spell her name? I can't even, I'm actually looking at my Go Friends list right now, because I literally can't remember how. Oh, and they just announced the Meteor match is the unique move for the Belgium Community Day. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to end up working that day, so, because it's like 2 days before my birthday, so I'm sure that they're going to not going to give me the Sunday off, but I should end up getting, my birthday off. Okay, It is Cansol. Okay, she's actually a friend of mine in real life. I swear, don't be mad at me. I'm not. The Bidoof is not a reflection on you. You were just the first, the first player I thought of. It's like, okay, we're going to go with Cansal 13. All right, and welcome to the team, Cansal 13. Might just call you Can, just for the sake of simplicity. Okay, so I got my first mon. So Bidoof's an unexciting mon, but, I'll take it. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot that in this gen I need to click X rather than start to open the menu. So I'm going to move I'm going to move Cansal to the front of my party just because she needs to level up. One strong mon is not going to be sufficient to get me through this Nuzlocke. I will need kind of a well-balanced team. So, alright, and, okay, so Starly. See, that actually I would have been happy to get, but whatever. Now, Cansal is going to die. Okay, so we're going to throw in Almighty God instead, and yeah, hopefully. Well, actually, if Almighty God can't kill this bird, then there is a serious problem. All right, especially considering it's at level 3. But you never know; stranger things have happened. All right, come on. And you see, some people frequently, when they do Nuzlocks, they will allow like a species clause, where if their Nuzlocke encounter is a mon that they already have, or that would evolve from or into a mon that they already have, they're allowed to re-encounter. So I guess I'm kind of doing a reverse species clause, because if I find a mon that that is already in my decks, then I just missed the catch. I'm SOL. So what can I say? If you're gonna go hard. And if you guys haven't read, and even the name of the Nuzlocke comic is Hard Mode. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't ever read it, I would definitely recommend looking into it. The original Nuzlocke comic was made by the guy who came up with the idea of the Nuzlocke. It's a brilliant idea. It changed the way I play Pokemon forever. I am not even kidding. I really don't even do regular playthroughs anymore. I mean, I might do a straight playthrough of Let's Go Pikachu when that comes out, but but in general, I only do Nuzlocks just because they're fun. I've done probably a dozen or so of them, and some of them I've won, some I've failed. Okay, so there's Dawn. And now I have to go through yet another tutorial. This time it's the catching tutorial. She obviously doesn't notice that I have, an extra ball besides the Piplup on my belt. So, whatever. This is unskippable, unfortunately. So I'll drink that water while I'm waiting. Come on. Please kill it, or just kill it, or catch it, or something. I want to get my next Nuzlocke encounter. How does she have 20 balls? The professor is obviously showing favoritism here. I got nothing, but she has 20 Pokeballs. That's not okay. And congratulations, you caught a Bidoof. Did I heal? I hope I healed. I'm gonna laugh if my Bidoof is still at like 3 HP. Come on. Yes, I know how to catch Pokemon. Thank you so much, Don. I really appreciate your help. Oh, sweet. Okay, that I actually do appreciate, because more balls means more chances. That's good. And yes, I'm totally going to make friends. And then I'm going to train them, make them powerful, and make them kill other people's friends. This is the plan. Okay, so this is a new route, so I actually get a Nuzlocke encounter. Oh, and there it is. What do we got? It's another Bidoof. Are you fucking kidding me? That's just terrible. Okay, well, I guess I'll kill it for the XP, but see, I feel like this is going to happen several more times over the course of this series, because literally Bidoof is like the most common Pokemon in Sinnoh, so I'm going to end up running into so many of these things, and because it was my first catch, I'm going to miss so many potential Nuzlocke encounters. Yes, it's my fault for implementing that rule instead of allowing the re-encounter rule, but what do you... But what can I do? 15-minute warning, by the way. I really feel like I haven't gotten much accomplished this episode, but things at the very beginning of the game is always slow. So, if I remember correctly, the first gym leader uses rock types. So, that's going to be a terrible matchup for my Bidoof, but it is. But the Piplup should be able to handle it. What is this thing's ability even? I don't even know. Ignores any change in ability by the... What? That's useless. And then Piplup has Torrent. Good to know. And Naive and Lonely. Interesting. Okay, so... Now, I'm hoping that watching this video totally gets you guys, attempted to do your own Nuzlocks, because... honestly, I read the Nuzlocke comic, and I was just like, oh my god, this is a great idea. And so I tried it myself, and yeah, I've pretty much never looked back, because in my opinion, Nuzlocks are literally the best thing about Pokemon. They force you to use mons you would never think of normally as decent. During Nuzlocke, I've developed a whole new amount of respect for certain things, because, for example, for the longest time, I would never have ever considered using a Sea King, but then in my Fire Red Nuzlocke, Sea King actually turned out to be a beast. That Sea King did so much work for me. I caught it as a Goldeen early on, and yeah, it just proceeded. It lived almost to the very end of the game. See, and that's another thing about Nuzlocke. You get way more emotionally invested in them than you do in your standard run through, because you know perfectly well that one false move and all your hard work could go away. You could lose it all. Anything could happen. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Come on. Okay, thank you, Almighty God. The Starly is dead. Yeah, I feel like it's going to take me so long to level up this Bidoof, but at the same time, it's if I am really going to have to go through the first gym with only 2 Pokemon, I kind of want them to be at as high a level as possible, just so I can actually make it through to my next encounter. Do I get another encounter before the gym? I don't think I do. I think, the areas I've encountered, that I've been in, I think that's it. Well, we'll find out as we go. Like I said, I think that the next gym has Rock-type Pokemon, so... I think the first gym has Rock-type, so Almighty God is going to be critical there. He is really going to be the MVP of this team, because there's really no other... Oh, Cansol grew to level 4. Good to know. No, yeah, especially if he makes it to, oh god, what is that thing? The final evolution. Emperor? Something like that, I don't know. The final evolution of Piplup, like I said, it's a water steel type, so it's just ridiculous. It unfortunately takes neutral damage against fire, but the trade-off is that steel is resistant to a lot of things. And Empoleon, I think that's it. And yeah, his defenses are just through the roof. If I can make him that far, or if I can get him that far, he will never die. Okay, so... Cansol actually killed that thing herself. That's good to know. Yeah, see, I feel like this is so boring for all of you watching. Basically, you're just watching me grind while listening to me ramble on about one thing or another. But, like I said, I think... after the first, maybe second episode, things will really start to pick up. It's just the beginning sequence is really critical. If I don't establish myself, then I'm going to have problems. And I seem to recall that there are some things in I think there's a bug type in this route that has Bide, which early game can be a Nuzlocke record. Let's hope Cricketot, I think it's called. Oh yeah, I need to go heal. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, what's closer? Which end of the grass is closer? Heading back to Twin Leaf Town or to San Jim Town? Oh, sweet bubble. Cool. Thank you, Almighty God. Oh yes, San Jim Town's definitely closer. Okay, and heal me up. Okay, so there we go. Let's try going back up here. See if I can get some more switch training done. Maybe get some more XP. Depends on what's here. Okay, more Baidus. I really need Cansol to catch up with Almighty God as quickly as possible. I mean, she's never going to be anywhere near as powerful, but I will need her. Like I said before, I think when she evolves, she becomes a normal water, so that's kind of cool. And the evolution can learn a bunch of HMs, so like Cansol will never not be useful if she manages to live. Jesus, this Baidu, it's done a lot of damage, really. This is why I said I'm going to end up going back to the Pokemon Center so much. And, I don't have more money for more healing items, so free healing is my friend. Cansol leveled up, though, and learned Growl. How nice. I'm at less than less than 10 minutes. In fact, I am just shy of, I'm just at the 8-minute mark. 8 minutes mark. So, yeah, I feel like I really didn't get much accomplished in this first episode, but like I said, things are going to start speeding up probably by the next episode. Like, once I've ground just a little bit, and see, like I said, the thing about Nuzlocke is, like, you really have to grind it, because if you're not at a high enough level and you just don't have an answer for a particular gym, like, you're screwed. I mean, I do like Chimchar, the fire starter, but that's actually part of the reason I wanted to go with Piplup, because I didn't want to end up getting screwed over on the first gym by having a fire type against rock types. I feel safer with a water type. Plus, let's face it, Piplup is probably the cutest of the three. Ooh, a Shinx. I think this thing's an electric type. I am actually really sad I didn't get one of those as my encounter. I would have liked a Shinx. I did get one on an earlier take, but what are you going to do? Like I said, this is take 4. Hopefully this will be the last one. The one that actually ends up getting uploaded. And basically all you guys have done is watch me grind and listen to me ramble on about a million other things. I'm sorry if I'm not being more entertaining. I'm really trying. Like I said before, though, like, I am definitely an amateur at this. And honestly, I expect that over the course of this Let's Play, I'm gonna waste so much time just because I'm gonna get lost a bunch. I really have no idea where anything is in Sinnoh. Like, yeah, Gens 1 through 3 I've played pretty consistently over the years, but yeah, I've only played through Gen 1. I want to say it was Pearl version. Yeah, once, and that was like the year they came out or so. And, I never went back to it. It wasn't a Nuzlocke either. I feel like it was just a straight playthrough. But, yeah, so what are you going to do? Here I am. I am going to keep grinding. I really need this Baidu Cansol. She needs to get bigger. Because I don't want to be depending entirely on my Piplup. I've totally seen people do that in Let's Plays. And, sometimes if you have one really strong Mon, it works out well, and you just end up sweeping through the game solely based on that Mon. But I would really rather not risk it unless I absolutely have to. I'd rather have, like, a reasonably well-balanced team and hope that I can actually make it through the game. 5-minute warning, guys. I am almost at the end of this video. Just a few more minutes of listening to my voice, and you can have your lives back. Oh, dear God. That was a crit. That's... Oh, man, I didn't mean to run. I actually meant to switch. Oops. Yeah, that could have been bad. This is the problem. I'm going to end up talking. I swear to God. I'm calling it now. At some point over the course of this game, I'm going to end up talking and just spamming A because I'm more interested in listening to the sound of my own voice rather than the game. And I'm more invested in the commentary. And I'm going to end up losing them on as a result because I make it trying to multitask here, and I'll make a tactical error. I'll keep staying when I shouldn't, or misclick something. I'm calling it now. It's going to happen at some point. I don't know when, but Murphy's Law says it'll be at the least convenient moment for me, so that's the thing. Alright, hopefully I can, before the end of this episode, I can at least get Cansol to level 7 or so she'll be more or less on par with Almighty God. And then maybe if I push them both to like level 8, maybe 9, I'll feel comfortable battling some of the trainers. I seem to recall, though, that there are some like annoying trainers in this route. See, this is actually the furthest I made it in... This is actually the furthest I've made it on any... As far as I have made it, rather. Like, at every point, on every single take so far, this has been about the point where something has gone wrong, and that's been the end of that Let's Play attempt. This time I'm feeling pretty confident. We had one minor hiccup, but I think I got it squared away. And then hopefully I can figure out how to edit the two clips together and make one actual video. Oh God, and my alarm is going off. Why is it going off? Why do I have an alarm set for 4:45 in the afternoon? Oh, I think I was thinking about taking a nap, and that was what the alarm telling me I needed to wake up from my nap, but I didn't ever end up doing that because instead I began working on take 3 and then 4. Alright, come on, Cancel. You got a little more than 2 minutes left. You gotta go up at least one level in the next 2 minutes. I have faith in you, Cancel. I'm going to do my best, just, for the sake of privacy, to try not to refer to the people, and to try not to refer to the Mons as the person's actual name, but rather and solely by their trainer ID. Just, because some people might get upset about that. They like keeping their mouths, they like keeping their privacy, so I'm just going to do my best to keep my mouth shut, and keep other people's names out of things. Unless you actually know a person, it's harder to connect their Go ID with the actual person. And here we go, Almighty God. Go ahead and smash this thing. You see, I really wish I could have gotten a Shinx, because it's an electric type, and I feel like he would have been useful. Like, he's pretty fast. I don't remember if he evolves or not, but yeah, he's pretty fast, so that would have been like a useful type, way more so than a Baidu. And definitely more so than a second Baidu encounter. God damn it. I'm telling you, like, this is take 3, this is take 4, rather. I think all 4 takes, the first encounter was a Baidu. Like, this is just, I'm telling you, it's the most consistent spawn in Sinnoh. I'm at less than a minute to go, by the way. See if I can manage to get myself into and out of a battle before the time's up, and then get into one more battle. Alright, so there's another Baidu, there's Cansol. Go ahead and smash this thing. I'm just spamming A at this point, and hoping this thing doesn't get a crit. Come on, Cansol. Kill it. Okay, one more hit and this thing is dead. Okay, cool. 24 XP, that's all? How dare you? Oh, there we go. Another encounter. It's just what I wanted. And it's Starly. I can kill this pretty simply. And that's time, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of episode 1. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I will try to record episode 2 in the next few days. Hopefully this will be a pretty consistent thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Let's go ahead and save, because it would be terrible if after everything else I lost the save file. Alright, and come on, finish saving. Wow, now I feel like I'm just wasting your time. Come on, guys. Wow, I don't remember this game taking this long to save on the DS. I mean, you're saving a lot of data. Yes, I understand that. But come on, there we go. Alright, well, thank you everybody, and hope you have a pleasant rest of your day.